Crazy.
Yeah.
What's going on, guys? This is the Cloud9 podcast, season 3, episode 9. So, this week, we are actually going to have 2 episodes. This episode is going to be all NA focused. The next episode is going to be a wrap up of the LEC 2022 spring split. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So, if I have to pause my microphone, Sean will just start talking because I burnt under my tongue eating something really hot. So that's the reason why in today's video I was kind of like stopping at certain moments to kind of like gather myself because under my mouth just really hurts right now, so that's kind of what I've been going through. But the LCS 2022 spring split is about to come to a close this weekend. 100 Thieves reverse sweep Team Liquid. Then you also have Evil Geniuses defeating Cloud9. Cloud9 is out of the LCS 2022 spring split. They finished 4th overall, and we will end up talking about them in a little bit. But yeah, let me get some ice really quickly from my mouth. So
There's nothing to talk about, MSK. It's pretty fucking simple. All right? Cloud9 was the better team by far, but Max Waldo was like, let's fucking speed run back home, baby. That's all it is. The end. And
I don't know, man.
Talk about it. It pisses me off.
I watched the series back, and I think it's hard to look at right now because I think Summit massively underperformed. I think that Inspired had been steadily out. What's the word I can use for Inspire? Inspired steadily had been rising up throughout the entire spring split, and Blabber really did not look that good. I didn't even have Blabber in my LCS 2022 spring split all pro team for the regular season. I didn't have him there. I was playing actually pretty bad, honestly.
It was like something like 4th for me, I believe, or 3rd.
Yeah, I had Inspired a little bit over him. I think I had Blabber 5th. I honestly thought he was playing pretty bad overall. And people just give Blabber just excuse after excuse after excuse, and people from the C9 and subreddit and Facebook group, they were it's not Fudge's fault. It's not anyone's fault per se.
Well, Fudge didn't play bad, but yeah, it wasn't the main issue. Again,
it's just if we start from just the top side, Summit started off really good, and then it was week.
So I don't think Summit did. I don't think Summit did underperform. I have to disagree with you. Literally, the first 2 drafts they literally, and the champs EG draft, and then the champ fucking Cloud9 gave Summit as the counter pick. They literally just perfectly set up for EG for them to gank Summit fucking 10 times. Especially that Jace game. So I disagree. I just don't think he had a fucking chance.
I think he had been massively underperforming for a bit of time.
He has been underperforming a bit recently. I'm not saying that, but in this series, no, he didn't even have a chance. That's how fucking bad these drafts were. But yeah, Blabber definitely just played fucking trash, but he has been lately. And yeah.
Mm-hmm. The thing with Summit recently is just if he doesn't get a carry pick, he seems to be just not really doing much. Even when he got Gangplank and Orin in the Golden Guardian series, he wasn't really that impactful. Even in the series before with the 100 Thieves, he got destroyed on the Renekton pick. I don't know why they picked Renekton for him, but he didn't do well on the pick either. Summit had been just steadily just declining in gameplay. Now, I don't know why, if that was because he lost faith in the team. They were just having really bad scrims.
That's kind of what happened with Alfari, right?
Essentially, probably, yeah.
I'm worried, but again, also I just want to say this LS stuff. Just shut the fuck up about it. Holy fuck, memes aside, shut the fuck up about it. All right, you don't know what the fuck went on behind the scenes, right? There's more to being a coach than the drafts. All right. And you don't know what went on behind the scenes, all right? There's 50 levels to this shit. So what if LS wasn't doing all the other stuff properly and wasn't listening and stuff? And what if as much as we meme about their system, What if LS made a promise before, signing the contract that he would like listen to their system more, and then he didn't. So like, just we don't know what goes on, right? Like, yes, his drafting was fantastic and creative, and
For just
we
like
have
three
and Max
games.
Waldo's is fucking trash. But all right, yes, we agree with that. But just stop being like, oh, if you had LS, you don't know what went on. Shut up. You could have
Like,
done all of its other things poorly.
here's the thing that I'll bring up about the whole LS thing is, like, they played 4 games with LS. They went 3-1, and Cloud9 imploded around the week they lost to TSM, right? So there's no guarantee that having LS would have got them a trophy. There's still no guarantee of that because we would never know that, you know?
Yep.
And that's not to say that if the meta shifted, would they have been able to adapt to that very well? That's also not to say, like, if they would have
Jack
kept up that form
LS
anyway.
to work out in the morning, and he said no.
Like, that, to me, it's all based on a lot of stuff. Like, there's not just one thing, when it comes to these kind of things. It's LS, the team just massively underperforming. Then you also had the drafts not being good at all. Like, I only watched the series once, and I was like, okay, this is some bullshit. Like, these drafts are fucking terrible. Like, giving over Zeri 3 times in a row. I know Berserker can't play Zeri very well, but Danny can. And why are you giving him Zeri 3 games in a row? Then why are you giving away?
Why are you giving him Orin? They just kept giving them the best champs and then drafting garbage fucking shit. It's every game. And why does all the LCS teams just keep giving fucking other teams Orin for free? Like, what the fuck? Orin's fucking dominant as hell right now. Why do you keep giving that over? I don't get it. Like, seriously.
Because in the playoffs right now, Orin came back pretty darn strong. And Someday was able to clap Whipple pretty hard on Orin. And most of the games anyway, for the Team Liquid 100 Thieves series. But for Cloud9, guys, yep, Cloud9 are out of the LCS 2022 Spring Split.
I can't say I'm like furious though or disappointed because I expected this. I didn't expect them losing the EG though. I thought they would still pull it through. Although when I watched the game on the day, I just had in my mind EG 3-0. So then either way, I wouldn't be disappointed. That's what I usually do. So I can't say I was disappointed, but I did expect them to beat EG. But I definitely didn't expect them to do anything after that. I just expected them to at least make the fucking finals week. They couldn't even do that. God, so holy fuck. Fudge's fucking career literally started out the day there were no fucking fans, basically. And he's still not going to get any.
Like, the thing here is, there's so many combinations of ways you could kind of break it down. There was the LS drama that happened. I remember, like, LS structured this team to kind of work around what he needed out of them, right?
Well, actually, never mind. I have, like, dementia. I forgot they played in front of fans technically in the LCS games there. But anyway, continue.
Like, even from the beginning of the offseason, if they're getting LS and you're co-signing on players that LS wants, if you get rid of LS, it all just falls apart because there's a reason why he wanted those specific players. That's the reason why.
Yeah. And they're going to be like, well, he promised to help whether he would be a coach or not, so that shouldn't be the case. There's going to be people trying to say that, but I don't agree.
Yeah.
For reasons, but
the thing here is, like, if you get rid of LS, the whole thing falls apart because, like, people were also, as he said in his opening video, eternally part of the organization for this type of system they were all going to work with. And then if LS is now gone, all of that ends up going away. Then the person that keeps the Korean players' egos in check, which would be Summit, Berserker. Well, if LS is gone, why would Summit and Berserker listen to Max Waldo? It's just not going to happen.
Especially when he's like fucking 22 years old. He's like only like a couple months fucking older than me. It's going to be like the fucking Loco Doco situation. Like, I'm not listening to you, you fucking kid. fuck off. It's gonna be like that. Trust me.
And then you also have a situation of, well, now LS is gone, and the team was doing decently well in the LCS 2022 Spring Split regular season, but you could always see there was issues in their gameplay. They just really weren't getting exploited. You know, it only took like a few teams to exploit their issues, and they just started crumbling apart. They started crumbling apart when they lost to TSM, a team they should not be losing to if you're first in the standings, because the previous day they automatically railed Team Liquid the day before. So they go in with this easy week. You have Team Liquid versus and TSM for Cloud9 to face for that week. Then they defeat Team Liquid. Then after that, they lose to TSM. But before they lose to TSM, they were pretty much locked in to get first place. You know? They should not be losing to a 10th place team if you are in first place like that. It's not even that they lost to TSM in like a manner of which was like a really, really close game, because that's just a volatility of best of ones. No, they lost in a pretty convincing way. That was super like eye-opening. But people chalked it up to like,
Zayak, I agree. Zayak, like I wouldn't have kicked him short. Like, yes, he should have stayed. It didn't make any sense. But listen, again, we don't know how what the end result would have been, though. We can just speculate. We didn't know what all the levels that went on behind the scenes with that certain thing. Mm-hmm. And also, like, the first 4 games, 2 of those games, like, honestly could have went either way, like against Golden Guardians and like EG. So it could have been like a 1-3. Like, they were not looking the best, and LS just had to pull out some like creative drafts. So I don't really get.
Well, we don't know, honestly.
Yeah, so we can't. So I'm just saying we can't say like LS would have been, would have made it different. They would have won the split. Like, no, fuck off. All right, like how would you have known? All right, there's many layers into being a coach.
Shakith. Oh,
but I agree though. They're fucking. It was a dumb decision though. But at the end of the day, yeah. But Max Waldo's trash.
You are new, so thank you here for being here. This is your first time. Nice. Not just the Korean players, also their current assistant coach Vagard 2.0. Not just criticized, also mocking Draft Live and
I've been looking at like his Twitter posts and shit and his Twitch posts. I've not been impressed. I like Vigar as like an analyst
V2 person. Is that his name?
Yes, like I've always liked him, so I was happy when they picked him up. But holy fuck, is like ego has just been unreal lately on like Twitter and Twitch. Like, calm the fuck down.
So with me and Cloud9, so you have that week where they defeat Team Liquid. They pretty much secure first place for the time being. They lose to TSM. They're going like, wait a minute, why is a team like this losing to TSM? There should be no game on this earth you should be losing to a team that shitty. TSM was fucking shitty. Trash. TSM was fucking horrible. There's no reason to lose to a team like that. Then they come into the Super Week. They defeat Dignitas, a team they're supposed to beat, and then they lose to 100 Thieves, and they lose to FlyQuest. So you're going like, damn, they went 1-3 in Super Week. Then you have Fudge coming out and saying that they went 0-15 in scrims. Then even we here, and as you guys know, I love Cloud9 and I love G2, but you know me, I'm not fucking some like dick riding simp or I'm just gonna excuse all their issues. No, fuck that shit. Even here, I predicted 100 Thieves to win because I had noticed a lot of issues in their gameplay. I noticed a ton of issues in their gameplay, and I was like, yeah, 100 Thieves are going to just beat the shit out of them. 100 Thieves had been scaling up throughout the split. That 1 week, 100 Thieves had that 2-0 where they actually won in a pretty convincing fashion. I think that was a nice mental boom for them to go and be like, okay, we're not a bad team. We can definitely do this. Because
when Summit hovered to Renekton, I think he seriously wanted to play him there, but didn't. Maybe. I mean, he has played Renekton before. You see, when I think of Summit Renekton, I remember this. I remember the time where on Sandbox, Yamato Cannon, his first game on Sandbox that he was coaching, and they won it. Yeah, best of 3, and they won the first game, and then in the second game, he like R5 Renekton for Summit, and then and when the enemy's like champ was countering him hard, and then he like died 10 times on it, and solo lost him the game. So that's what I think of when I think of Summit Renekton now. But yeah, continue.
But yeah, so you had 100 Thieves scaling up throughout the split. They had that 2-0 week, which was really good for them. And then Cloud9 had been steadily declining, and their gameplay was just getting worse. And 100 Thieves just beats them. And then Cloud9 defeat Golden Guardians, like most people predicted. And that's the thing here is people need to factor this in completely. Cloud9 are supposed to be a team like Golden Guardians. They are not good. That's the point. So when they face off a team, so when they defeat Golden Guardians, people always go like, well, they defeated Golden Guardians in convincing fashion. Golden Guardians played like shit. Just saying. Golden Guardians were like absolutely terrible. So they faced off against Evil Geniuses, who did not look that good against FlyQuest, as we talked about last week. They got a lot of my goodness, FlyQuest just was essentially trying to throw the series away against Evil Geniuses. Then after that, Cloud9 face Evil Geniuses and then just get completely destroyed in a lot of different aspects. I'm not talking about just players, just drafting, macro decisions. I think they have good players in certain positions, but this combination of players just isn't going to work coming into Summer Split. And we know that they're going to be making roster changes, There's no reason not to make roster changes. Cloud9 was predicted before the season started to have finished 4th anyway. People had Team Liquid, 100 Thieves, Evil Geniuses, Cloud9.
I thought they would really finish like 3rd. They were better than EG. I'm sorry. It was literally drafts that cost some. They were better. They should have finished 3rd as whatever.
It was simply like you look at it and you go, damn, like they were kind of predicted to finish 4th and they finished 4th. So it's not like your predictions are wrong, but it's just in how the manner of the prediction panned out when they were looking so good.
Like at one point, it's sort of like how the G2 prediction turned out.
Oh, yeah.
Right, yeah, like we predicted, well, not this bastard over here on the left of me, but everyone else.
I predicted the top 4 team.
We predicted S tier, but then they were like having so many issues, went into the loser bracket, but they still won the split. So
I don't even still think they're S tier. I don't think there's no S tier teams in both LCS or LEC. I think there's just A tier teams.
Well, that's why I said. Well, that's why I said if you could just when we were doing it, if you got rid of just the S tier and just had like an A tier, and then we just slot like Fnatic, G2, and
we had Vitality there because we thought they were gonna like actually do something. But
I always wanted Vitality and B tier. I knew they weren't gonna do that well, but but have like those two in the same tier on like one other team, then I wish you did that, because again, I don't think there's, as I said on that stream, I don't think there is an S tier, like there just isn't, and that neither is there in like well, actually there is in the LPL. Well, so, I don't know. There've been shit in the bet. Well, we're gonna talk about like the LPL series that fucking happened. God, those reverse sweeps.
Those reverse sweeps were disgusting to look at. Holy
shit. Fucking! I was so pissed because I wanted Victory 5 and JDG to both make it, and then they both got reverse swept, and I just fucking cried.
So, guys, my thing here with Cloud9 is looking forward to the Summer Split. I mean, we'll go over the series, we will, but just looking forward to the Summer Split. This combination of players can't work. I know Yun Lu, he said, hot take, get rid of Summit. I kind of would. I would think about it, honestly. If he can't be a team player and he's not really willing to play champions that'll allow the team to have role swap.
Would you have role swap Fudge back to top lane and get Niski if he was still available?
I would have, but like, because I just don't think Fudge is a good mid laner. Like, I don't think he's a good mid laner. He's not something you can build long term and be a championship level contending roster with Fudge mid lane. It's just not going to be possible. The fact that that team was able to be like contending for first place in the regular season just this year for spring it just shows you how weak the mid lane pool was. The only reason why he looked somewhat decent was because the mid lane pool was just that bad. Any year
The
he's
mid
a mid
lane
laner,
pool was trash.
any year he's a mid laner, he would be automatically probably like 7th or 8th, given the mid lane pool. If Power of Evil would be on a better team, if Jensen was in the league, if Jizuke was in the league, if Niski was in the league, Beerson on a team, he'd be like probably like 8th or 7th. He was like, the only reason why he got a free pass for his mid lane play was because there were such much worse mid laners than him. And then again, when the other mid laners that aren't him can synergize with their team better, they're going to look a whole lot better. Blue might look a whole lot better coming into summer.
But no, I said if he wasn't going to Mad.
Yeah. And that's the thing is you have other mid laners in the league that are better than him. So if their team can synergize with them better, he's going to look even worse. You cannot keep Fudge mid. It's not going to happen. If they keep Fudge mid, they are automatically saying they're not trying to make worlds coming into summer. You're automatically saying that. He is not a good mid laner. He's like, he can barely lane properly. He does, like, anyone that actually knows what he's doing, they just completely destroy him. You know, like even Jojo Pion, a player that is probably like was maybe the 4th best mid laner, ended up being better than Fudge, you know. But for the regular season, Jojo Pion didn't play that well. But in the playoffs, I think Jojo Pion played pretty solid overall, you know. And that's the thing is you look at Summit, and I think Summit is a good player. Like Summit has a really high ceiling, but Summit, it doesn't feel like you can integrate that style into the team for a championship winning roster unless you hard in all on that style, essentially, you know? If you hard in all on that style, then, you know, that might work out, but it doesn't seem like that's going to be the thing, because if teams figure out that they can only really play through top lane, which other teams did, they started effectively drafting over to stop them from rolling through top lane. You know, they just started collapsing, you know. Then you also have Blabber. Now, we know they're not going to get rid of Blabber, and I don't know why they never even attempt to look for anyone different other than Blabber.
It's because they need to fill the other roles. That's all there is to it. All right, they would get rid of Blabber, but like they had a bigger hole to fill in the mid lane or top lane and then the ADC position, and they have, like, again, Blabber, it's not like he's amazing, and it's not like the supports they have are amazing, but they're good enough, like, residents in comparison to what they got for, like, residents in, like, the top lane or ADC position, honestly. Even though there are some, like, sick ADC residents so that they could look at, but...
Like, you know, that's just me personally. I don't know why they keep Blabber so much. It just, like, he'll have, like, really good, impressive games, and then he has games where he doesn't look that good at all, doesn't even really know what he's doing around the map. Then you also have Berserker. Like, I thought he's looked pretty good throughout the entirety of the regular season and in playoffs. I think Berserker was as good as Summit at a lot of certain points in the regular season. I think Berserker has been a really good, consistent ADC. I think if you want to keep Berserker, you should. He's the player that you should automatically be keeping. This is a player, if you keep, you could potentially win a trophy with this player. I think Berserker is good. Now, the whole Winsome angle, the thing with Winsome is I don't know if they could really put him into the system anymore that they have. Not just meaning they have a system, but Winsome wasn't able to communicate with Blabber and Fudge, which was one of the reasons why they benched him. And looking at his gameplay, maybe you could say, well, if he could have synergized with them more in terms of being able to communicate with them, it would have looked better. But in terms of just gameplay, I think he was like running it down for a lot of the games. Though some games he looked decent, you know. But then they bring in Isles, and Isles wasn't even good in the lock-in tournament from this year. If you guys remember, Isles played in the lock-in tournament literally at the beginning of this year, and he didn't look good there either. So they don't have any good support.
I think he looks fine, but yeah, not great at all.
He's definitely not a championship caliber support. You can definitely tell by
the I do think he is. I do think he is definitely LCS material, though.
I think he's LCS material. I don't think he's going to be what Cloud9 needs to win a title, essentially.
Yeah, like I think he's better than... Honestly, they should just...
What they should do is buy a Leia from Team Liquid. That's the guy you need.
Yes. Well, I was gonna say, but I mean that 3-way move I talked about, but with like Immortals and then Destiny can fuck off. But also, I'm just wondering if
Jesus Christ.
But would Golden Guardians replace Ole with Isles because like he is better, but like Ole, they have like good relationship with, and they the LCS like casters and everyone like advertise their bot lane as good for some reason, and it just because the players improved a lot, like Lost and Ole. So I don't know if they want to like switch it up if they had the opportunity. Would you or
switching up the bot lane between Ole and Isles for Cloud9 and Golden Guardians? Well, that's the thing. That's if
no, not with Ole, not Ole to Cloud9, no, but just Isles to Golden Guardians.
Isles to Golden Guardians? That depends on, because they already have a good player. Cloud9 does not. Like, what does Golden Guardians get out of that? They don't get anything. You get a worse player. That's what you get. They would never do that.
wait, why? Ole is not better.
It's not that. It says right now he's performing better. And in this moment, if you switch them around, Golden Guardians gets the worst end of the stick. That's the problem, is that if you give away a good player to another team and that team gets your bad player, that good team in that moment gets worse because you just inherited a bad player. Because I don't get anything from that trade other than I'm just getting a player that might maybe be better. That's not good. Like that.
No, it's just an offer to take him for free or not if you think he's better than Ole. That's all it is. So I mean, it's no loss on that team side. It's just a question of like, do you think Ole is better or Isles?
1 second. I'm trying to pin this right now. Oh, make sure you guys, if you're watching, make sure you like the stream. Definitely helps out. We have some decent people watching. Just make sure you like the stream.
Yeah, Berserker is just.
I think Berserker is good.
If Berserker looks bad, like I'm sorry, it's just the limited resources he's given, the limited communication, the comps. Yeah. It's like it's not him. I honestly think if he was in Team Liquid's position to just carry like that, like put in that position as Hansama is, he would do a way better job. I think he's a better ADC and just better all around. He's not as consistent as Hansama is, but he's... Yeah, I just think he's better, and I think, honestly, people are, like, sleeping on him just because he didn't do well in playoffs. That really wasn't his fault, though.
I think just Berserker had been their best player. Like, when Summit fell apart, I think Berserker was just their best player. But what can he do? Because, like, ADC doesn't really carry like that anymore unless you just get a massive amount of resources put into you.
Which they don't give him.
That's the problem, too. Is like, if they know that this is the guy that you have to play through, he doesn't even get resources. And you give him a brand new support, literally in playoffs, in the losers bracket, and they do well against Golden Guardians bot lane, but like that's because Lost wasn't even trying to play the game anymore, you know?
If Berserker's on Team Liquid, I think they would be better, or just as good,
But then again, they don't really have good supports. Like Winsome probably maybe has a high ceiling, but then again, what I saw out of him, I didn't really see that.
I don't think he has a high ceiling, but I think he has like a good enough ceiling for like a championship roster. I think he's like a just top 3. I would say, like, but he shot the bed in playoffs. But he has a huge champion pool, as we've seen. Like again, he doesn't make like any flashy like intense plays, but he doesn't fuck up. He's like, a lot of the times I'm not talking about playoffs, but. But we can see he always benefited the team. He like didn't like make as many like mistakes or anything that like cost him and made him die. Like there were times where it kind of looked like it, and it's sort of like his team just like saved him, sort of. But like outside of those times, I think he honestly
a lot of the games
played good.
I saw him play, he would make really horrible engages, then die instantly. Then the team has to fight a 4v5. He also had issues where he would roam in ward, which is what supports do, but he does it at an inopportune time where he shouldn't, and he also gets caught out and he dies. Like, it was super consistent. It wasn't just 1 or 2 games.
In the Korean League, he was like the best at vision. So
the high vision score is the reason why they chose him. I remember that.
So do you think his vision has been good?
It's been good for his stats, not for his overall gameplay.
It's like fucking why Bake was in LCS for so long when he was playing fucking trash.
Oh my god, that Big was so trash. Oh
It's
my
like, but
lord.
his vision was so good, guys. Yeah, Big. And
Oh
then they were
shit.
actually thinking of like having him on Golden Guardians that one year, but they were like, nah, we got an even worse idea. Keith support. Fuck yeah.
Lou says if C9 had kept Sven and not Vulcan, this is my thing with their last year roster is I think they were all underperforming during MSI leading up to Worlds. They kind of got it together during Worlds, but then you still saw all their flaws.
Yeah.
I think the piece you take away was Perks. And I think if you just put in a really good mid laner, whoever you want to buy, insert X person, albeit import rules, right? I think the team would even get better because the only reason why they really didn't do as well later on after spring was because Perks just was so heavy to carry. Like, he had some carry games, but he wasn't really that good. I think the roster they had was fine, but they all just kept underperforming. Like, people forget this. Vulcan was underperforming at MSI and into Summer and into World.
Yes, but that it's been with him like every fucking playoffs or international event. He always underperforms in them. Yeah, all the time. That's why they got rid of him. Like, yeah, it's gonna hurt in the LCS, like to try to win regionally, but who gives a fuck about cardboard fucking LCS titles? But anyway, so yeah, it's gonna hurt them there, and yeah, they obviously like suffered not having him. It would have been better if they kept him, but internationally and in playoffs, like every fucking year, he just shits the bed. He has not like played good once, like internationally. I swear to God, tell me a single time he's played good. Internationally.
He played good in that clutch game against Fnatic where he played Pike.
Holy fuck. Oh yeah, yeah. Maybe in like fucking play-ins against like Brazil.
So that was my thing. Was like I understood why Cloud9 got rid of Sven, Perks, and Vulcan. They weren't playing good. They weren't playing good for not. We're not talking about 2 weeks of fucking regular season games. I'm talking like from MSI all the way up until they defeat TSM, they were playing bad, like legitimately bad. And then when they faced 100 Thieves, they could have won, but they just started making misplay after misplay after misplay, bad macro decision, bad team fight, bad Rift Herald fights, bad Dragon takes, bad jungle evades from Blabber. It was all bad. Then at Worlds, they kind of got it together a little bit. Then
so that was how the fuck did they make it out of groups?
FPX imploded.
I know FPS was the most overrated team ever. I said that going into it, but I wasn't surprised that they missed it. But holy fuck!
But this is an issue. Rogue actually had the better players. Rogue just were bad at the play style they were trying to do, and if that play style doesn't work, Rogue is linear.
And Odoamne was too high off of painkillers to play well.
And then, after Cloud9 got out of the group, they end up getting exposed by Gen G. And you're like, okay, this is scrap the roster.
But listen, he wanted to play Yasuo, so we gave him Yasuo.
So then after that, they get LS, and you guys know the story about where we're at now. So personally for me...
Yeah, they got LS, and they've been fine ever since. I'm so happy. Like, he's been the best coach. He won Coach of the Year, Coach of the Split. Like, I don't know where he's been recently. I think he's like sick or something though. I hope he gets better soon. So, I can't wait to see him back on stage next split, you know?
Next split behind his computer screen. That's where he's going to be sitting at.
Fuck me.
So for me personally, the whole LS thing, when people bring it up and they go like, well, maybe if they kept him, it would have worked. No, it's a shoulda, woulda. No, we don't know that. We really don't know that.
Let's just say what it is. Yes, stop being just again, I know some people are just doing it for the means, but you absolute LS fanboys so obsessed over it. Just shut the fuck up. Get a life. Get over it. Move on. But either way, let's just just fuck off with LS now. All right.
Dude. The thing here is people need to understand this though. Even if they had LS, they still have the worst players. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
The Yellow 100 Thieves just have the better players.
Well, not EG, but yeah.
EG certain key positions have better players, and that's what makes the difference.
Yeah, and again, people keep talking about that 3-1, but again, their Golden Guardians and EG game looked iffy. It could have went either way. Like, Blabber fucking just killed like 3 people by himself on Gwen. What if he did not do some crazy shit like that in that game? They probably would have lost the team fight.
Like, for me, when they faced off against Golden Guardians, they looked suspect in that series as well. But you know that going in, Golden Guardians is just that much worse to the point where, like Cloud9 would just legitimately have to play even below that level of a tier just to lose to them.
Mm-hmm.
And then, Golden Guardians drafting was even worse than Cloud9.
Yeah, but anyway, so let's just talk about with what we have on the table. Enough with LS. Let's just talk about what we have on the table, which is Max Waldo and Vigar.
Yeah. So hold on.
And so how did they do? They I wanted to kill myself. That's how they did.
So after they got rid of LS, not just players, we're talking about just coaching, they opted into taking on Max Waldo. I even said this on shows. I knew going in he was not going to be good. I knew going in.
Any team who like promotes like a fucking 22-year-old like hot shot kid, like hell yeah, he's gonna fucking give NA. No, it always fails.
The same thing happened with what's his name, Jezus and the whole Misfit Super team.
And Loco as well.
Mm-hmm. The same thing happened with young coaches coming in thinking that they can kind of reel the player in. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen at all. Because the players just don't respect the guy. And why would you respect Max Waldo? What has he done? Why has he earned their respect? I'm just saying, there's no reason for that to have happened. So I understand where the players are coming from. He has done nothing to get them to. He has done nothing to get them to respect him at all. There's nothing he's done, and it's not. And I get it. It's not his fault. He got put into a position to the point where he is getting the raw end of the stick. He got thrown into the wolves based off LS leaving. Because that's the thing. Max Waldo gets all the shit because LS left, and now he has to tackle on a team that he didn't even build. That's the thing with the whole roster with Vagar V2 and Max Waldo now as like their head coach and coach. The whole Vagar V2 thing, I can't really speak on him too much because I don't really know the guy all that very well about what he's really did that's like super bad. But for Max Waldo, if Jack is promoting this guy as a head coach, you have to go like, what is this? Like, and I get it. You can't just go get a head coach randomly in the middle of the season like that. It's not possible. Mm-hmm. But now going into summer, he cannot be the head coach. If he stays head coach, Cloud9 are automatically saying, we're not trying to make worlds. We're done.
And honestly, they should like, I'm sorry, Vigar, you got to go.
Jeez, man. I just don't understand why they would keep him after summer. Or sorry, going into summer is what I should say.
Yeah, because if they keep him as the head coach going into summer, I'm gonna like what can I do? Okay, well I can't film. I can't like have my cam on doing it because my cam's fucking broken. But I'll just like lick my shoe or something. There's the bet.
Well, there you go. So, like, everyone saw that first play. Berserker and Isles, they got their Caitlyn Lux pick. They did pretty well.
Hell yes. Yes.
And
that was the last bit of hope.
Yeah, because after that, they ganked Summit repeatedly on Jace. If you go 0-6 on Jace, the way they punish him, you are literally a 4v5 comp.
but look at the draft and look, like, why would you give him Jace against a Nocturne, an Ornn, and a fucking Rise? Yeah, of course he's gonna die 8 times, especially because teams recently, all the teams have been doing this strategy of ganking Summit to shut him down, farm kills, and because nobody else is as impactful. Like, why the fuck did you not see this coming? What the fuck is wrong with this guy? And didn't they, like, pick him, Jace, like, as one of the last champs as, like, the counter pick into their comp? Like, what the fuck is wrong with Max Waldo?
So my thing here is the reason why EG's comp is better is because you have engaged with Ornn or engaged with Nocturne. You have the side lane pressure with Rise, and you have the 2v2 late game scaling with Zeri and Yuumi. What does Cloud9's draft have, guys?
No, nothing. It has nothing. All
you have is just Jace poke and Caitlyn poke. And Lux snares. That's all you have.
Yeah,
what does that do?
Like Fudge is good on like a Caldi, and that's a fine champ to pick. Okay, although he can't really do much into their comp, but that's okay as long as like you engage properly. Other than that, though, fucking what do they have?
Even just right here, look at how badly they're playing together. Just little things like this is what makes me just go like, oh my goodness, why are they not balancing out the aggro like that? And no one needs to tell me they just messed up. They just messed up. They know better than this.
Are you done hated on Jojo Pion, by the way?
I still don't think he's that good, honestly.
No, I mean, I don't think, but he's. I told you, I told you he isn't, but he's not bad. Like you were saying, he's solid. Like,
he's just a solid.
You were saying he was like bad
solid.
though. You were saying
he was bad
like,
when the first started. He was bad.
No, he was decent.
You are so nice to some of these guys.
I'm so.
You are being so nice to them.
No, you know who's fucking bad?
You know who's amazing? Forgiven.
No, you know who was bad? Fucking Ablaze Olive.
Ablaze Olive was the best mid laner of all time. He won 3 world championships.
Anyway, he's improved now. Still not great though, but yeah. So no, he was actually playing bad. But okay.
My thing with C9's composition, Akali, I don't know why she's in this composition. I don't know what she offers, because this is the thing. You have a Pone composition with Jace, Lux, and Caitlyn. What does Akali offer?
Yeah,
Akali offers none of that.
Yeah, like again, like Fudge was. I don't understand why they didn't like try Akali out during the season when Fudge, like the games he played on Akali last year in top lane was amazing. Yeah. But either way, like sure, that's a good comfort pick, a dominant champ for Fudge, and so is fucking Lee Sin here, so is Caitlyn, but fucking it's terrible into EG's comp. What are they doing?
The problem here, guys, is the reason why you don't pick Akali is because Ryze is just going to snare her instantly, and then Nocturne would just ult, and she would be obliterated. Like, you see how easy it is for Inspire just to go on the map and just ult?
It's so easy to just ult, and then Impact just knocking him up and killing Summit like fucking 12 times. They literally gifted EG this strategy. Like, they had no... Fucking Max Waldo's, he's by far the worst coach in the LCS. It's not even remotely close at all. He is 10th place by far.
He's 10th place coach.
Yeah, but no, he's 20th place. He's worse than the fucking academy coaches. All right, so like fucking Cloud9's academy coach, fucking Tails, has done great shit with their team. He's fucking better than Max Waldo. Put him in LCS. Holy fuck.
But then what's also the issue here with me about how they played out this game was, why are they not dedicating more resources to bot lane, who got a first blood onto a Zeri and a Yumi bot lane? With that, Blabber should have immediately went towards bot lane and be like, okay, we're just going to play through bot lane as best as we can, and we'll have Fudge go to bot lane and help us overall extend a lead. Because why are they just... so many things I could really say. Okay, so let me start out this way, guys. Cloud9 know going in, the other teams are going to try and shut down Summit. They know that, okay? So the other teams going in know they want to shut down Summit. So what they should do is pivot their strategy into playing towards their bot lane and giving their bot lane resources enough. And if your Caitlyn and your Lux lane are getting resources that early, you want to make sure you're playing through that lane, because you go, okay, Summit is losing top lane because he's just getting so much pressure. Okay, you got to go bot lane and extend the lead because you have a Caitlyn and a Lux. And if you put behind Zeri and Yumi, Caitlyn would just put out traps, and Yumi can't go in with them with the ADC because there's traps down there, and there's Lux, not the snare, her other ability where she throws out, it's the Q and it explodes. So there's nothing Zeri and Yumi can do if Blabber goes to bot lane and helps out extend the lead from Berserker and Isles when they got that first kill. That first kill was so pivotal in how they could have actually probably maybe won the game. But no, he didn't go bot lane. He simply just stayed trying to just be in the map, doing whatever he was doing. Like, he wasn't really that impactful, and the draft was just so bad this game. Come on. Like, what is Akali going to be doing into Nocturne and Ryze? Yumi is going to just pretty much disappear, so Lux isn't going to be able to really snare anything.
I don't know what it's supposed to do. Why don't you ask the fucking head coach, eh?
You have Blabber going in with Lee Sin. What is Lee Sin going to kick in? Ryze? The Nocturne?
Yeah, and that's what I've been loving about these Lee Sin picks, like recently in like LPO, LEC, LCS. They literally pick Lee Sin. It's like, what is he supposed to kick? Who is he supposed to kick? How is he supposed to kill anyone? Like, what are you doing?
And like, if Lee Sin went in and he kicked, he tried to kick like
then he would
Zeri,
just die instantly.
Yeah, like this whole composition was just so bad. Like, I can't look at this. This is just disgusting.
Come on, Fudge. 1v9. Let's go.
Also, not only that, they gave Danny Zeri 3 games in a row. They're gonna go, what the fuck?
Yes, and they gave Impact Orn 2 games in a row. They gave Jojo Pion his best champion. They gave them fucking Nocturne, one of Inspire's best champions. And, oh, God.
Then,
and then their EG's like best fucking player, Vulcan, all season. He's been like their best player and like the highest rated fucking player in like the roles and in like the all pro team stuff. And yeah, he was on champions like fucking Karma and Yumi throughout the whole series. But because he didn't even have to like pick anything like that to help win them. That's how bad Cloud9 was. Holy fuck.
So this was game 2. They get the first blood with Blabber playing Trundle. Summit actually played decently well at the beginning part of this game. You're like, okay, now they can bounce back in this game. No.
Yes, but why would you give him Orn again?
Because this is the thing. You can blind pick Camille, and Camille's going to be really valuable in a side lane. Like Orn won't be able to duel Camille in a side lane.
So the first, so you see, the first draft was garbage. Now the second draft,
I can kind of see where this is going.
Not as bad, but still fucking bad because number one, all right, this jungler champ, mid champ, support champ is really not the meta right now, and it's just not a good comp. And EG's is just better. They literally gave them again the most OP champs. Fucking,
they gave him Jarvan and Orin double knockup.
Yes, and sorry, what's the mid champ's name again?
Oh, Victor.
Yeah, and Victor and just fucking Zeri. Like
Zeri.
What is it? What is he fucking doing?
I'm not a huge fan of the Karma pick, but I understood why they picked it. They're gonna just speed up Zeri and Victor and Jarvan into obviously engaging onto them. Then Blabber actually does something in the early game and it just gives it over. He knows they're right there. They know they're right there because they see them taking it.
Yes, but what do you mean? But he still wants to go for it, flash smite it.
Good God. Good actual God.
Why? But it's a good strategy if you go for the scuttle crab and then die, but you'll get the advantage, right, Blabber?
So I think this comp wasn't as bad as the first one. Like I see where this is going, but the whole Trundle pick, I think it made sense given how Blabber was playing it, but he just gave up. So the thing, Blabber would get an advantage for the team. It happened in the Golden Guardian Series too. He would get an advantage for the team and just give it up. Consistently.
It didn't make sense, but like with how poorly Blabber was playing, and his type of play style, then I understand why they would try to put him on that champion. But I because
the thing, like I was watching this. I was watching this Kadro video where he kind of explained why certain jungle picks come into play. Because if you ban out, let's say, what's the champions right now to ban out for jungle? Lee Sin, Jarvan, Trundle.
Well, Lee Sin is just really out of the meta right now. I don't know why people keep picking him still.
But Lee Sin works very well into certain champions, so people pick him. But then the other mentality is, well, okay, you pick Lee Sin, well, I can just pick a counter to him. But Lee Sin is banned, I think, in this rotation, or they just opted not to pick him. So you pick Trundle. And the thing, dude, if you give Blabber anything else, I don't think he's going to carry. I think right now, even if you gave him Olaf, it really wouldn't have done anything, honestly. Like, the thing here is, there's nothing the team could really do, even not just the drafts, just their decision making was bad. And that's the thing. A lot of people were just blaming the drafts. It's not all the drafts. It's their decision making on the map. Why is Summit pushing right there knowing he has no vision and there's potentially 4 people coming after him? That's not a draft decision, dude. That's just bad gameplay. I think a lot of people were honing in on how bad the drafts are, but they weren't really looking at how bad the overall gameplay was.
I'm not denying that this was like a bit of a slip up. Like, again, he has been playing. Yeah, like
dropped. Not even just that. Like, if you go back and look right here, where Blabber threw away his advantage, right here. So he gets Summit the advantage. They get a trade kickback. That's fine. That's not the worst thing. So right here, Blabber knows he does not have the actual move right now to be aggressive in that situation. Why? He pillared and ran into them.
Because that's what Blabber does. He's
like dude, that's not a draft. That's not a draft mistake. He lost his brain.
Well, yeah, that's why I said Blabber's actually just been playing shit. And that's why I said that.
The reason why, okay, I'll explain, you guys. The reason why you don't want to get in front of a Victor is because, first of all, he has a gravity field. And Corki also can't get close like that. Corki has to poke, okay? So they know this. Right there, one gravity field, one knockup, he's dead. Right there, you see, right there, one Chaos Storm and gravity field, they're dead. getting in front of them, they do not have the priority right there to take that. That's not draft, guys. That's
I really
their brains collapsing.
Yeah. Again, Blabber, as I said, Blabber's actually just been playing bad. It's not the draft, but again, Summit, I do think it is. I'm not saying he hasn't been like dropping off like he has, and that's as I said, and that's also why he then with those slip ups, but it's still draft diff overall with Summit mostly for me. In my opinion, but yeah, he has still made the odd slip up like there.
I think it's not even just about giving up Zeri throughout the draft. It's like, well, Berserker's not a good Zeri. I just don't think he's a good Zeri, so he's not going to be good on that champion. But giving up to Danny's not also the better idea either.
I think Summit was just trying to get like some advantage, like when he went down there and died. I think he's just like realized
if this game had
he realized it was kind of doomed, so he just tried something.
Well, in this game, when you see him almost getting that solo kill onto Impact, and they dove him and killed him. If that wasn't a trade back kill, the game just explodes into Camille's favor. Because the reason why you pick Camille into Orin is because she can out-duel Orin, and her item advantage is going to be much stronger than him, and she can output more damage in 1v1s, and she's going to be stronger in side lanes. But it didn't pan out for Summit that way. He got, they had a trade. He got ganked by Inspired, and then he got caught in side lanes consistently. Also, Cloud9's wave management was really bad. Like, how can he side lane if top wave and bot wave is this pushed up? That's ridiculous, Then the bot lane pick with the Tahm Kench, I think the Tahm Kench is fine because you save Jinx and Corki from getting Chaos Storm, Jarvan ulted. I think the Tahm Kench pick is the only thing Tahm Kench and Camille are the only picks I agreed with. Other than that, not even just the draft, the actual player decisions and how they laned were just not good. Now we have game 3. Game 3 was like, why am I even fucking watching this shit? All right, so give me a second. So game 3, which is pretty much already done. Like, their mentality at this point is already over. You're sitting here thinking to yourself, like, why am I even watching this? And then Danny later on gets a pentakill because Fudge is like, I'm just trying to go on vacation at this point. He will not be playing mid lane coming into next split.
Come on, he played solid.
Bad.
Stop it.
Not anywhere near championship material. That's not a player you keep in mid lane.
Okay, but maybe if the other players weren't playing poorly, then
No, because in the mid lane you have to be that guy, dude. You have to be a carry. That's the mid lane position. He has to be that.
I'm not denying that. I'm just saying you could win with him in mid lane. That's all I'm saying.
But what's so weird about
I would roll swap him back to a top lane and just sell Summit for a shitload because I think Fudge is just better all around, like just more variety and as good as Summit in top lane. Honestly,
for me, I think it's so weird because remember in the offseason, Cloud9 had that video where Fudge was talking about, well, if I'm playing bad, then Copy should play. They didn't even try. That's how you know teams supposed to be spouting out PR bullshit.
Because I don't think he was playing because they realized because here's the thing. Number one, it's because Copy really isn't very good at all either.
Yeah,
but secondly, it's because like some mistakes are like, okay, well, he's learning a new role, and then later on, like, did he play like amazing in mid lane? No, but he played. I'm sorry, you're hating a bit too much. He did play good still.
No, I think he only played good because the caliber of competition was just that bad.
I mean, yes, but either way, in their eyes, he still played good.
So to me, that he's actually just a okay mid laner, but he's just good.
I'm not denying it's just the caliber, but either way, he still played good in their eyes.
I would say he's an okay mid laner.
Wow,
essentially he's just an auto-filled mid laner anyway. And I don't know. Black. Yeah. We're talking. Okay,
well,
in a game.
I'm sorry,
3,
I don't understand this fucking. Well, sorry, what's the champ's name again?
Sorry. Okay, so game 3, they have Gwen, Jarvan, TF, Lucian, and Nami. Now, Lucian Nami bot lane is actually pretty darn strong.
It is, but you have to execute it really well, and Cloud9's not going to execute that really well with like Isles.
You know what he's going to do? He's going to get killed. That's exactly what you do. So
especially not against fucking Alistar and Zeri, then you just get fucked. Then it's not very good anymore. And then fucking Twisted Fate, fuck me. Jarvan, like, okay, good.
See,
Gwen,
right here again.
not as much in the meta. Sorry.
So right here again, they get a kill onto Impact and still no way to snowball their top advantage at all. Like, and that's not even just a team mentality thing. That's just them going, okay, maybe we can do something here. They're not like even fully confident that they can even exploit a lead, even when they get kills onto a champion that they know they're stronger against at the early part of the game. The whole team it's just all fucked up. It's just you just got to just start switching out players. I think Fudge is okay, but his time as a mid laner is not going to be remembered very good. Like, he's just a better top laner.
Roll swapping back to top. I'll take him over Summit because, again, even though Summit's more dominant, it's about to win MVP. Like, yeah, he's a little one-dimensional, and I said that going in, and like I was afraid of his champion pools because I looked at his his games, and he played a lot of the same champs, and that's been the case. Like I just think it's better. Like, I think Fudge is at least just as good, and he doesn't take up an import slot, and he's younger, so I would just keep Fudge. But yeah, anyway, so
even just right here. So they're trying to be aggressive onto EG. Okay, you're getting poked down. You're getting poked down. Vulcan knocks all three of them up. They all stand in the same position.
Why would you gold card not? Why wouldn't you gold card Alistar? I'm so confused. Whatever.
It's not even that.
Did he not? Did he think he already used his ult or something? Like, did they fight?
It wasn't even that. They grouped up into the Alistar and then all got knocked up. At that point, you're mentally just finished. At that point, you are mentally just finished.
Maybe Summit can turn it around. Let's see.
Oh, hell yeah. Summit's just
come on, Summit. Let's go.
Good job. He's just getting absolutely railed.
Let's go, baby. Oh, shit. He's still alive. Let's fucking go. Fuck yes. Oh, that was not very nice. Now, that is some showboating. I think they should be disqualified for that, and Cloud9 should go to finals weekend.
Well, this was my thing is the whole, even with Fnatic, the TF picks and their Ahri picks, the way they would try to utilize them was just be so bad. They're just
again. Why do they give them Ryze and Nocturne again and Zeri? Why?
Yeah, they had Nocturne, Zeri, and Ryze 3 games in a row.
Why didn't they fucking first pick one of them?
And the way EG is using Nocturne is the way to use Nocturne, not the way Golden Guardians was doing it, because that was donkey shit. And Summit just being caught out inside lanes, thinking that he can just win the game. Nope, dude, not gonna work. That's not how that happens. Just so there you go, guys. Cloud9, they end up losing to Evil Geniuses, and Evil Geniuses move on to the LCS 2022 Spring Split Playoffs, Losers Bracket Finals. And remember, Cloud9 had always beaten EG in these type of scenarios, and now EG finally gets the better of them, albeit with Cloud9 mentally imploding. But, I guess a win's still a win at the end of the day, right? Jesus fucking holy moly. Mm-hmm. And now, time to talk about the other exciting series, 100 Thieves taking on Team Liquid. I did predict 100 Thieves to win, and this was an interesting set of games to talk about outside of Abadage potentially getting fined.
I forgot what I predicted. I think it was 3-2 Team Liquid.
I predicted 3-1 100 Thieves, and that probably could have happened if 100 Thieves realized they wanted to play the game, as Closer said.
Whatever. I hope EG somehow beats them both, because I'm sorry. I think
Thieves is winning the whole thing.
I think it's insult, and that 1 out of 2 of them is probably going to win the split, because not only has their ceiling fucking capped a long time ago, but just, again, I don't care about the import stuff. We had a rant about this on one episode about my opinion on it, and when people are have many backgrounds, just stupid. If you play good, you play good, but there's one limit. And that limit is that when there's no fucking NA players on your team, 0, all EU and Korean. That's my limit.
That doesn't matter. To me, personally, that doesn't matter. As long as you win, as long as you're good.
Well, it doesn't matter as much. It's just insult, and then I just hope then they don't win the whole fucking split, because it'd just be insult, and then it's just...
100 Thieves is winning it.
But 100 Thieves at least has FBI. You see, FBI Oceanic, so he's sort of NA resident, so that I'll accept. At least they have at least sort of one. Team Liquid, though, I hope they don't. Fuck.
Okay,
them.
So for me with this series, the problem with this series was adaptation that Team Liquid was not willing to do. So TL would draft these no engage comps consistently, and then in game 5 still kind of drafted a no engage comp. Reaper realized, wait a minute, they're drafting no engage comps. I'm gonna pick engage and go right into them. So game 1, pretty much the first 2 games, TL just get the better of them. They just they utilize their champions way more effectively. FBI and Huhi made some missteps in the bot lane, but to be fair, these are our 2 best teams right now in the LCS, Team Liquid and 100 Thieves. And this series was actually pretty close so far. I think Hansama in particular played well, and how he was team fighting, how he was moving around the map, how he was playing in lane. Hansama played well. So did CoreJJ. But Bwipo, on the other hand, had some massive issues in this series. Now, Bwipo was able to have a pretty good game on Aatrox between games 1 and 2, right? So when you have Aatrox going into Orin, because Aatrox actually is a good pick into Orin, I think Bwipo played that pretty well overall. Then after they won game 2, 100 Thieves realized to themselves, TL are not drafting any engage for their compositions. We'll draft engage for our compositions and engage right into them. I don't know why Team Liquid was opting into certain styles of compositions right now in the playoffs. They should be playing what they practice all split long. I think Bwipo just started falling off massively during the series. I think that Bjergsen played well in the first 2 games, but then fell off after the first 2 games. Maybe they thought it was going to be easy to beat 100 Thieves when they went into game 3, because they won pretty convincingly in the first 2 games. Though 100 Thieves did fight back in game 2. Sean, what do you think about this series, just as your first observation for it?
Well, you see, I wanted, how do I say? I'm just baffled by the level of fucking choke by Team Liquid here.
No, okay, I'll say this. Is it choking? Because I think the 100 Thieves players are almost just as good as the TL players are.
They played good, but they 100% choked Team Liquid's better than they got cocky. And, 100 Thieves took advantage of it. And Santorin was so fucking mental boomed after the second game. You could see it, like, on the live cam. He was just, like, covering his fucking face outside after game 4. Oh, my God.
My thing here with Team Liquid and 100 Thieves is people have been having this conversation on Twitter. I think TL is considered a super team, and if TL can't win LCS, that is a really big red flag for how TL are building their super teams. So that's the thing. If TL with this kind of team can't win LCS, then they need to stop building super teams, because that's ridiculous. That is absolutely horrible. So if they don't win this week, right? That means they haven't won with a super team that they have built since Doublelift left, which has been, a couple of years, actually, at this point now. Now, 100 Thieves have players that can pretty much match all of the Team Liquid players, though. Like, guys, Someday is better than Bwipo. He played better than Bwipo throughout the entire regular season. Someday and Closer have been better as a duo than Santorin and Bwipo. I'm not saying Bwipo and Santorin have been bad, but Santorin, I think, has had a really good split so far. He had a really good season, honestly. Not as good as Closer. Bjergsen has had a better season than Abadage, but Abadage has been getting back into his form slowly, but you can see it's still kind of coming in. FBI can match Hansama. CoreJJ is better than Huhi, but, if CoreJJ is probably like a 10, Huhi's probably like a 7 or an 8. So the discrepancy there isn't that big. 100 Thieves have the players to match Team Liquid's. And I think their more aggressive play style and the way they play the game out is a whole lot more effective than how Team Liquid want to play, because Bjergsen wants to have a supportive mid lane gameplay style right now. Why would you put Bjergsen on Rise then? If you're trying to make him, if Bjergsen is the carry mid laner, really shouldn't be on Rise all too often. Just depends on which style that they're trying to opt into. Then you also give Closer Jarvan in this game, right? I don't know why they draft Soraka. Is that CoreJJ going, I don't respect 100 Thieves? Because what the fuck is Soraka doing? I don't know why Soraka's here. Can anybody explain to me why the Soraka pick is there? Did CoreJJ have his eyes squint harder and he just picked Soraka or some shit? I don't fucking know what Soraka's doing there. Like, also, you have to factor in, there is no engage on Team Liquid. How do you engage? Volibear ult? All the engage they have is just Volibear ulting into someone. That's fucking terrible. So that means if Orin, Jarvan, or Orianna move up to them, and Orianna throws command dissonance, Jarvan threatens ult, Orin throws out his Q, then knockup, they can't do anything. This is probably one of the worst drafts I have ever seen from a competitive team in a long time. That is fucking. And then you throw in Soraka to just throw like, okay, now you don't want to engage. Now we're really not going to have any engage. You know? Oh goodness. Lou says, but there's a really good discussion. If Team Liquid can't win with this roster, then how can they win international? I don't know how you can get a better roster than Team Liquid's. The only place you could really get a better roster, like I said before, is just getting rid of Santorin. But Santorin hasn't played bad, really. So at that point, if the guy who's considered the weak link isn't even playing bad, I don't know. Because as you guys know, Team Liquid haven't won since they lost Double Lift at a certain point. It was back during 20. Yeah, they haven't won since 2019. You know, ever since they brought in Tactical, they don't have him now. They have Ansama. They built super team after super team. If they can't win with this super team, quote unquote, right, super team, then how can they perform internationally? But yeah, I mean, that is true. I mean, you have a point there. It just depends. Like, the only level of discussion I could probably throw at you is different teams play into other teams differently. And maybe their style could be effective against another team.
Shit teams play like Team Liquid did in game 3 through 5 there.
Like, game 5. Now we gotta talk about this game 5. This game 5, I even tweeted at Sean. I was like, okay, don't you love how Team Liquid just draft these no engage comps and just straight up lose? He was like, hell yeah.
Yeah, what is what is that draft? Oh, thank you. No, we don't give a fuck. We don't give a fuck.
Play Raid Shadow Legends?
Oh, well, I hope we get sponsored by them. Okay, so fucking...
Okay.
Again, just like Cloud9 in Game 2 of their fucking EG series, why are you picking fucking... why are you picking Corgi? And then you pick fucking... Really, you pick Shen?
Here's what I'll say. I got why they picked Shen. Because you need to have... Because basically Shen Shen is on-demand impact in a skirmish. They wanted to have a skirmish-heavy composition, which is fine. That's what Shen is good for. But the way Boopa was playing Shen wasn't really going to get you that. That's the point. They weren't even really skirmishing that much.
And not against Ornn especially. And then like this, and then the game 3 drafts is fucking really like, did they really pick Ashe and like fucking or shit, whatever. Sorry, I mean the game 4 one. Like, God, that was fucking bad as well.
Game, I watched this game live and I thought to myself, okay, they got FBI, he lost his brain. He got that Australian crack. He's smoking it right now. He's like, oh, I'm just on drugs. I'm Australian crack. Gives over first blood in a game 5 to Hansama. And that should automatically fucking be a win right there. Bwipo someday throws his W backwards where he actually could have killed Bwipo, which is ridiculous. That just goes to show you how badly Bwipo had been underperforming after game 2. Then Bjergsen is just invisible on Corki. Literally invisible. Does this horrible AP build. Does nothing into the team, right? Then at this point, with this team fight, you're like, okay, they're not taking any damage. Team Liquid should be able to fucking beat them because they're all chunked out. Hansama did not deserve to lose the series. I feel so bad for Hansama and Core JJ. They did not deserve to lose this series. They were playing so well, honestly. Hansama was like, well, where's my super team that I was promised from fucking Steve? No, you didn't get a super team in this series. You got a piece of shit series is what you got, Hansama, because it was not your fault.
Hey, maybe you should have went to fucking Cloud9, you bitch. Same thing with you, Bjergsen, you fucking bastards. Why you picked Team Liquid, yo, fuck you.
Well, that's
you deserved it.
That's because C9 opted into taking the LS route, actually. Which is crazy. They could have had Bjergsen, Mickey X, and Hans-Sama. That's fucking insane.
I think it's... Well, no, I think that one was because they just picked Team Liquid over them because they just like Team Liquid's team better. I think in the end, Bjergsen just like...
I think, to be fair, looking back at it now, I think looking back at it now, I think Bjergsen made the right decision. Looking back at it now...
Yeah, but I think after that, then they decided to go the LS route when they could have got like Niski and stuff. But I think before though, they just chose Team Liquid.
So then in this game 5 was actually pretty close. This was actually one of the better game 5s I've seen in a series from the LCS in a while. But like the TF pick and Zeri and the Viego pick, like I just don't get why TL just keep drafting these no engaged compositions. So then in this composition, what's his name? Giolito drafts Alistar, which is engaged, and you also draft Shen. Okay, so you have engaged now, and you have Poke with Xayah and Corki. Okay, so why are they not actually utilizing their lead more? They just kept going mid at this point when they could have kind of been focusing on spreading out through side lanes, getting poked. Now, they were winning team fights early, but they were still not really effectively taking over the game like a lot of people thought they were, you know? Yeah, like Lou, Bjergsen literally went, if he had went AP, he would have honestly did way more damage. He went like some sort of AD comp with rapid fire cannon. Yeah, I remember. So then this play right here, I think it was this part of the game where Bjergsen like leaped in on Corki and he just lost his mind. So right here, Bjergsen goes, he packages straight in, right? And he just does nothing. He gets right there caught out. You see Abadage stun carding Corki. Then you have Horn coming in, knocking him up. Another knock up right there. And then Bjergsen's just dead. That package sucked. Good fucking God. Right at this point, 100 Thieves gets the access back into the game. But then 100 Thieves realized it was really hard for them to win 5v5s. Later on during the game, as they won another team fight after this, it was hard for them to win 5v5s. You have to kind of understand that from their point of view. It was better for them to kind of split open the map, actually. But right here is when they have that next team fight. And after this point, you're like, why is Team Liquid consistently just playing Volibear? Centaurion's not been that effective on Volibear. And at this point, I don't know what Team Liquid can really do. If they can't win against 100 Thieves when they're ahead by a decent amount with a Xayah that gets 3 kills, when the map is when bot lane is open, then how do you win the game then? How? And then right here, you see 100 Thieves win the next team fight. Alistar and Shin jump in. They don't really hit anybody. The stopwatches come in. Santorin gets killed. Fucking Buipo gets killed. And you have FBI just, like I said before, FBI is just as good as Hansama. So there's no discrepancy in a lot of their players between both. The only huge discrepancy is Closer and Huhi between the opposition of course JJ and Santorin, but it's not like that big comparatively to both. Then right here, 100 Thieves really shouldn't have been able to win the game. They had Baron, and they should have just split open the map. 100 Thieves go for the end, right? And I remember Sean, he was like, yeah, they should have honestly not won the game with that bad of a call.
Yeah, they
so
why do teams keep doing this?
So they don't
like seriously, whatever gold advantage you're gonna get from just pushing right away, you would have gotten if you just got Baron. You would not. There was no way they could have won that with. Maybe if they had a different comp, not with the comp they had, and with them respawning that soon. How stupid do you have to be?
Like, my thing here is they should have just got Baron. If you get Baron and you open up the map more, it's much more easier for you to win because they can't.
Then you would have won automatically. It didn't matter. You didn't have to risk it. You would have just pushed all the turrets down. The end.
Now, at that point, what do you consider that? Just like nerves, like the pressure's just getting to them. But then Abadage attempts to backdoor because right here, guys, if they win back to this end, the reason why it's really imperative for them to take Baron after this team fight right here is because they had a hard time fighting Team Liquid's comp, which is fine. So that's the reason why you need Baron. They didn't take Baron. They need Baron. For their composition specifically, they need Baron. They have a TF who can side lane, you have an Ornn who can side lane, and you have a Viego who can engage onto them. You need Baron at that point in the game. Also, it would be a whole lot better to open up the map more so you don't have to rely on a back door, essentially. So then later on, they try to, Team Liquid try to take Dragon. Yeah. So they're at, I think, Elder or something like that. Yeah, they need to secure the soul. I'm pretty sure it was TL. Yeah, they need to secure the soul.
This was the best call I've ever seen in my entire life by Team Liquid.
This is the thing. They did not ward their base. They don't ward their base. And they all in on taking Dragon. Bjergsen has package, so he could just easily make it there if he really needed to. And they just let Abadage.
Yeah, so when this happened, I DM'd Film Leader saying I'm gonna need like a couple days off to think about this. I gave up on life after seeing this.
Why did they not literally ward their base? And they knew TF has ult, so they
Yes.
didn't even respect that TF could ult.
Yeah,
into
like
the base
they
and
literally
finish it.
already saw it. He tried it the first time. They should have. Holy fuck! What?
They should have knew he would try that the first time, the second time, because he tried the first time to win.
I just don't get.
So then, yeah, Team Liquid, definitely you need to play a whole lot better. They lost steam after game 2. They thought it was going to be an easy 3-0. They kept drafting, no engage comps. Reaper figured it out, and Reaper was like, okay, that's just not going to happen anymore. Draft engage compositions for my team, destroy them. Also, I want to make sure I say this too. Fuck any of those fucking losers out there who said Reaper was a bad coach. Fuck you. That is not his fault. Certain players cannot play the ideas out of a draft that he puts together.
No. Reaper is an amazing coach. I just again, the one thing I don't like about him is whenever there's like an important matchup or like on LCS finals, he's like, it's like he's like an underdog in a sports movie. Like, okay, time to pull out the Twitch. Yeah, time to pull out the fucking Ori. Yes, let's fucking do it. All the underdog champions, we got. And then no, you just get dick stomped, and that's what he's did a bunch of times on Cloud9 that I hated. All right, so that's what I hated about him. Other than that, no, he was an amazing coach, and he still is. And if you disagree, you're fucking a mouth breather. That's it. The end.
And this was my thing. So now, if Reaper wins this week with the 100 Thieves, he has won 2 trophies without Cloud9. Okay, guys. So was it Reaper that was the issue with Cloud9, or was it the Cloud9 players not being able to play out the drafts effectively, how he put them together? Because if he wins this week without Cloud9 again, back to back, that means it was never his fault, honestly. That's literally what that means. If anyone disagrees with that or thinks otherwise, you are literally insane. You know? And not even that, he already proved he can win a title without Cloud9, which he did last split.
Yeah, Who said that they should have got Reaper? Hey, who said that, eh?
Warren?
Well, did he?
I don't think so. I don't know, honestly.
Hey, bitch, I said that. I said they should have got him in summer. It happened.
Shit.
And once they got him in Abadage, who predicted them a win in summer?
Me.
Well,
Daddy.
Well, all of us on the panel, I guess, but not those mouth breathers on Reddit. who probably thought, like, yeah, TSM's gonna win it. Well, fuck yeah. Lost is gonna get a pentakill.
Oh, shit. So, now, time to preview the LCS 2022 Spring Split Finals. Can 100 Thieves get back-to-back trophies? Can Team Liquid win their 5th trophy? And can EG be the second new org to win their first trophy?
Well, technically, they're an old one, but they came back in.
So, the losers bracket finals, the 3rd place match. So, this means the 3rd place match has a lot more meaning than compared to what it used to be when it was just a losers match.
I'm going to go
Team Liquid versus EG. Team Liquid. That's the thing. If Team Liquid win this, it'll be a rematch of the LCS 2021 Summer Split Finals.
Yeah, I really want EG to win this, but 3-2 Team Liquid, and then
3-1 Team Liquid.
Yeah, and then either way, though, whoever the matchup is, I'm just gonna say 3-2 100 Thieves.
Okay, so if EG beat Team Liquid and they face 100 Thieves, 100 Thieves beat EG 3-1. If Team Liquid face 100 Thieves, I think 100 Thieves win 3-1. I think 100 Thieves wins back-to-back titles. I think they just have the better team right now.
We need to keep up with the trend of when a team wins an LCS title, they need to win 2 in a row at least.
At least 2. That's the standard.
We need to keep up with this trend. That's why even though they were not playing good and they have a low ass ceiling and they shouldn't have won this split. That's why I said, hey, there's always a chance, just because there's like just because of the trend with LCS teams always winning 2 in a row. But yeah, anyway, I think they'll do it. But I'll be sad if Team Liquid wins again. Like, for fuck's sake, just I'm sorry, I don't give a fuck about like where you're from and imports, but no, it's getting a little too extreme when there's 0. All right.
Well, my thing right here is because this happened last year, 100 Thieves lost to Team Liquid, and then they came back and they won the finals. But 100 Thieves also looked decently bad against Cloud9 too. So you're thinking like, okay, there's no way TL lose these guys. And then they end up losing to 100 Thieves. And I think a lot of people like don't really think about 100 Thieves' strengths all too much. Like they have really good strengths. It just depends on, we know what kind of play style they're going to play. Like they are literally just rogue for LCS. That's what they are. They try to win early game and they play a lot through their top and jungle and mid, where their bot lane is strong. And they can just potentially their bot lane goes even, or what the oh my god.
What the fuck? Yeah, I'm sad that they didn't play like Tenacity at least one game though. This split.
Oh no, they have an NA player. They have Tenacity on there.
Fuck off. Yeah, why didn't they play him at least like one regular season game?
Because they would have made
someday
game mad, and someday would have threatened to go back to Korea.
oh, Jesus, fuck. Yeah, well, Impact can do that anytime. Doesn't he own like a fucking tower in Korea?
So, yeah, guys, that's it. I think 100 Thieves is going to win their second trophy. And it would be awesome to have them win their second trophy. I think they've been just getting steadily better and better and better throughout the regular season, going to the playoffs, adapting in the drafting phase, what Reaper did. I think Reaper is a much better coach than Gilly Hodo. And who's the coach for EG? Peter Dunn, right? Yeah, I think he's much better than those two.
Yeah, Peter Dunn is fantastic.
I do like Peter Dunn, and I think EG has a better head coach than Team Liquid, but if Team Liquid can't win LCS with this roster, Team Liquid, you probably have to stop building super teams. It's not working out,
Yeah, stop with the fucking old grandpas. How about that?
Oh my goodness. Because the thing here is, with the super team, there's not enough resources to go around, but Hansama and Core JJ create their own resources by how dominant they are in the bot lane most of the time, And the player they got, Bjergsen, I think Bjergsen's played good, but he's not been that carry mid laner that they've needed, honestly. Most of their wins have come off the back of Bwipo, Santorin, and Hansama and Core JJ. Most of their wins have not been because of Bjergsen, So that's it for me, guys. The LCS 2022 split
and my
ends
neighbors are fucking arguing outside again.
They're black?
Wait, are they black? Is that really what you said?
No. So the LCS 2022 spring split ends this Sunday. I think 100 Thieves are winning it. 100 Thieves 3-1, whoever they'll face in the finals. But Team Liquid will beat EG 3-1. I don't think EG's that good. I think Cloud9. EG had the benefit of facing Cloud9, who was literally imploding into themselves. So
yeah, I want to see them win, but I don't think they will. But anyway, for more news though, so the what LCS Proving Grounds, did you finish watching that?
Why would I watch that?
Well, I mean, sadly, Team Liquid Academy won. Those fucking bastards.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, no, I did actually see that.
Sadly, but yeah, with Bradley, Armeo, Harry, or whatever his name is, Yeon, and Oya. So hopefully they get Oya, or whatever you pronounce his name. Yeah, but also Armao kind of deserves, I think, another LCS chance, maybe. Do you think? Possibly.
He would be an upgrade over Blabber.
Holy fuck. But yeah, then the runner-up was 100 Thieves Academy. And hey, Gamzu was actually doing really well. Hey, you might make it back into the LCS. What do you know?
He might take Sunday spot. You never know, dude.
no, that won't fucking happen. Yeah, no, he actually played really well and is a weak side top laner. Do you think he has any chance of making it back into the LCS? He's
my God.
Almost 28.
Oh my goodness. Jesus fuck. Hey, I don't think age matters. I think it all depends on how you take the game. And yeah, guys, that's the last bit of this. We will be having a episode dedicated to the LEC, wrapping up the spring split from there, where we'll talk about Niski joining Mad Lions. I had a solo video about that earlier, and I said, guys, pre-recorded videos are just going to be like news videos, and when players fucking swap rosters, that's all they're going to be. Most of the content's all just based around this. And the Cloud9 podcast is between Wednesday or Thursday, 3 or 4 p.m. PST. Tomorrow, I think we might be able to have an episode. I think we might be able to, because wait, aren't you busy?
Wait, tomorrow?
Yeah. Are you busy tomorrow?
Well, again, I'm busy again at like 5 through 9.
Okay.
So same time if you can, but
if not, we'll have to probably just do it on Friday, which wouldn't be that bad at all.
Okay, but yeah, and also just to mention quickly again. So who do you think is going to win the LPL?
The LPL? I gotta watch a few more of the games. I actually have been watching the LPL. I think RNG, dude. You guys know me, man. Let me just.
Oh God. Yeah, I know. So the LCK, I just had the
You know who's winning the LPL?
what? No.
RNG, baby.
No, they aren't.
My boy Xiaohu is still there.
I sort of Zhao, who actually was like fucking honestly, who was like a runner up for MVP this split.
You know who's also still there that people said was not as good as when he was with Uzi? Ming. Ming's been dick fucking people the whole fucking time he's been in the LPL.
Okay.
But yes, guys, RNG, the LPL team I like to always support every once in a while. They're gonna win the title. I hope V5 actually does win though. Like, but
I want Victory 5 too as well. But yeah, but also I can't believe Top Esports has actually made it to the top 3. Holy fuck!
Holy fuck!
I can't tell if they proved us wrong or if it's just the team shit in the bed. Yeah,
they really didn't.
Yeah, they really. I mean, God, I don't know why people think Wayward was the best rookie of the year, but whatever.
Well, now you get. Isn't that the finals happening? RNG versus Top Esports.
Is that the finals? Well, I thought it was the winter finals.
It might be the winter finals, though. It might be.
Yeah, and because I haven't kept up like 100%, like I'm not.
I have been watching the games. Like I think Victory 5 has a high ceiling, but I think some of their macro decisions aren't the best. But with Top, how is TN on that roster though? Yeah, I don't.
Okay, so I think they did. Yeah, they did today. They knocked out Victory 5. I didn't watch the match. I didn't watch the series. That sucks. I wanted Victory 5 to win, not fucking Top Esports. God damn it. Well, I'm gonna cheer for RNG. Imagine if they win 3 MSIs and then no Worlds RNG. That would just be hilarious. But oh, what fucking bastards! But yeah, god damn it. And then and LCK, did you listen? I just wanted to ask, did you listen to like the casting in the Gen G versus Damwon's game?
Definitely not.
Really, you know what? You didn't listen to the caster Atlas?
No.
In the game 5, he was like, when there were like 15,000 gold ahead, Damwon, they were like, he was like, if Gen G wins, I'll shave my head.
Oh, I remember that. That I remember.
Yes, and then he's like, fucking, and you guys need to listen if you haven't yet. That was fucking just hilarious. Him freaking out throughout the rest of the fucking game. And then he did it, and yeah, holy fuck. And you know, I predicted Damwon up until that point to win in 5 games, and then they were doing so. But then after he said that in the game, I was like, okay, 3-2 Gen G now. And then they did it. So yes, my curse worked. The curse, how do you do the curse? Basically you have to get like a pot and you have to get a photo of like Jada Smith and her bald head and then, you know, light it on fire. And then, you know, that's how you do the curse, you know?
So with me, oh good God, Jesus Christ. So with me, goodness. Because Zack Snyder is rocking his Jada Smith haircut too.
What? Who?
Zack Snyder.
Holy fuck.
He's rocking the Jada Smith look.
Holy fuck. This movie is gonna be fucking trash. Holy
#fucking Rebel Moon.
This movie is gonna be so trash. It's not even funny.
Oh, if you guys actually don't know, if you're watching on this channel right now, we now live stream to both YouTube and Twitch. And here is the link for the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/C9 Master Swag King. I'll put it right here if you guys want to go look at that. So yeah, we are now live streaming to both YouTube and Twitch here as well. If you guys want to come and support me on my main YouTube channel, links will be in the description box below. And whatever Sean talks about League, just tell him he's wrong. That's how you get
Yeah, well, I mean, you're wearing a G2 jersey, so I mean,
G2's gonna win MSI. So
yeah, they're gonna beat T1, right?
Fast.
Yeah. You know, Flackhead is just way better than Gumayushi. He's gonna fucking dick him.
Yeah,
they made like a post saying 110 likes, and then they'll take a picture together. I want to see where.
This is the thing. Flackhead is gonna fist Gumayushi in the bot lane. Oh my goodness, and this girl's cute too. Holy shit.
Okay, here's the Twitter post. Let's see how many likes there are on it right now, shall we?
This girl's really cute.
Oh, damn it. There's. Oh, hold on. I think. Yeah, there's barely any. God damn it. There's only 21,000. Come on, guys. You need to get that number up. What the fuck? We need to see them take a picture together.
This girl has some big tits.
Holy fuck. Just fuck off. I'm just gonna go like and retweet this if you haven't, you bitch. Come on, help the cause. Well, we'll get there eventually.
Why can't I like and retweet her ass in my face?
Holy fuck. Yeah, we need to help the cause. Oh, God.
Holy shit. But, give me a second. Ashley Kane. Oh, goodness. She's so amazing. Give me a second. Share screen. How many likes to make Gumayushi and Flake could take photo together? Oh my goodness. Here's the thing, is if G2 win MSI, that'd be fucking insane if they could. I think they are the biggest underdog to do it, but I don't know if if RNG make MSI, they're definitely pretty good when it comes to like spring seasons generally for RNG, but I'll have to go through a lot of their games to kind of see if they have any weak points. T1 are definitely insane. T1 are going to be the overwhelming favorites going into MSI. That shouldn't be any. If you have them ranked anything below first, you are just a fanboy. You are literally just trying to be edgy just for the sake of being edgy. That's all it is.
Well, what team?
T1. If you don't have them at first place, I think you're just trying to be edgy just to be edgy.
Yeah, like again, there's some concerns started with like COVID, like because COVID with like what they did to the other teams made them a bit weaker throughout the year. That did help them get their like 18-0 record, and there were points where they didn't look dominant, but they just had like insane macro that did the job. Like, so sure, there's like some, but either way, they're easily the fucking best out of any other team in any other region. You're just trolling if you say otherwise. Like, yes, there's things you can pick apart, but at the end of the day, you're trolling. You're just trying to be edgy.
Like there's going to be some of the EU casters who will put G2 winning MSI, and then they're going to get mad that they're going to get flamed. But it's like, that is a horrible take,
yeah, they do that every fucking time. It's so fucking dumb.
It's like, no one should technically say like death threats to you for a fucking take, but like, why are you putting G2 over T1 though? Like, and the reasoning is always like, well, I think there might be an ups. No, like, what? What's ridiculous? A lot of the stuff is just completely hyperbole. That's all it is.
Like, yes, it's just like, no shit. You got like fucking, you got hate fucking messages when you predict like fucking Fnatic over FPX in 2019. No fucking shit. What did you expect? Or fucking God, you actually said that Splice would take T1 to 5 games in 2019. Holy fuck, when they were in the weakest group of all time and barely made it out.
Did I say that?
No, that's what the casters said. And then after they won game 3 and they lost 3-1, but before they lost to game 4, they won game 3 because T1 was literally just trolling and put in Mata. Remember that? Then the casters were like trying to add some achievement, like, oh yeah, they're coming back. It's like, what the fuck are you smoking? What the fuck? I'm sorry, they're the most biased fucking casters in any region, by far. All right, like the Korean ones, they jokingly do it just to make it entertaining. Sometimes they aren't actually biased; they're opposite of biased. The Chinese ones, they aren't either. The Brazilian ones, no. The Latin American ones, no. The Japanese ones, no. Definitely not. The Russian ones, no. Like, tell me another fucking casting group that's as biased as fucking EU. You can't find one.
Yeah, because I know people like to rag on the NA LCS casters, but like at least they're gonna be upfront. No, we're not good, and I'm putting T1 as the winner.
How could you say with a straight face that Mad Lions was actually good? They're just getting unlucky. No, they were fucking bad, and they were the worst team in that Group D. They got out of pure luck and because of Icon. How could you say with a straight face? Just own up. They were fucking playing disappointingly. Let's just own it up.
Like even the NA casters, you will have them like going like, okay,
they would have them criticizing like 100 Thieves and stuff.
Here's what I'll say: it's not even too controversial even to have RNG over T1 because the LPL has got the better of the LCK at international events. That's fair to say. But if you have G2 over T1, that's ridiculous. That is borderline ridiculous. That means that automatically tells me you didn't watch the LCK. That tells me automatically you didn't.
You know? Again, they're going to start some nitpicks like, oh, well, they didn't look that dominant. It was just their clean macro. I think that the other teams will...
Their clean macro, which is how you fucking win games.
Yes, they're going to be like, well, I think the other teams, when they won't make the same mistakes. I think they have as good as macro.
And they're just choked into Faker.
It's like, well, a handful of games in the regular season, you know, some of the teams like were like handicapped with their players with COVID. You know, let's just not pay attention to the fact that they still beat the fucking second best team in the LCK 3-0 or 3-1. And the majority of their games, it wasn't handicapped their opponents because of COVID. No, but you know, some of the game, it's like, they're just going to start listing off a bunch of nitpicks to try to say, yeah, G2's better somehow. That's what they're going to do. But, and yes, you can make those nitpicks, and those are valid nitpicks, like, for some cause of concern, and like that 18-0 record definitely being misleading, but at the end of the day, they're by far the best, and you can make those nitpicks about any fucking team. I'm sorry, you're trolling. You're legit trolling if you don't have them first.
Like, I could understand if someone made a convincing argument to put RNG over T1, because there's people that don't watch the LPL enough either to really point out the strengths of the
on a good day, an LPL team can still beat them. Then if you make a good enough point, then because LPL teams, they're just at random, they're sealing it, like really depends just how they show up, just how they show up that day.
And RNG has proven that even though they might have like weaker players in some roles, their way of playing the game always neutralizes a team that has more of an aggressive pace style against another team. So, but putting G2 at first is like, okay, you're just being biased. And then they'll get mad if you call out them being biased. It's like, no, you're just being biased. Just admit, if you admit you're being biased, then it's whatever. I don't care. But if you try to fake like you're not being biased, no, fuck that shit.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Did the casters seriously believe that G2 was actually as good as they were in 2019 anyway? Because they weren't. They were a top 4 team. They were like number 4 and number 3. They were not a top 2 team or the best in the world.
For MSI, I could see a world where they win MSI 2019. Even back then I saw. I was like, okay, they could probably win this.
Yes, but then you could see a world where they lose. Team 1 choked at both MSI and World. Yes, they choked hard.
No, not at MSI. At MSI was definitely back and forth. It was definitely back and forth because there's some games T1 convincingly beat them.
But T1 had the game in their hand at a point, but they kept fucking up.
Game 4 was really close. And we talk just MSI. Game 4 was really close. Game 3, G2 pretty much stomped them because Caps got a pentakill. Game 5, G2 was winning it the whole time anyway. Game 1, I remember they tried that Sona Tark bot lane. They got absolutely railed. That was fucking hilarious to look at. Holy shit.
I'm sorry, I don't like I'm not saying it wasn't back and forth, but T1 was
Worlds was different. Like Worlds was a bit because like SKT was really slow.
Like whatever. If IG didn't like take Team Liquid like jokingly and just beat them that day and then face G2 in the finals, and G2 would not have won MSI.
To win that MSI that they did, they beat everyone except for IG.
Yeah, so it was just a fluke there. And then at Worlds, it was just the bracket. All right. And again, I'm not saying they weren't that good. They were.
But they faced hard teams. At Worlds, they faced legitimately hard teams. It wasn't like Fnatic, where Fnatic was facing EG and fucking Cloud9.
I'm not saying I'm not saying they weren't amazing. Like they were top 4, definitely top 3, even like number 3 in the world. They weren't like the best or not like top 2 though. They just
I never even
it's just the way the brackets, just the way their pathway made it so they went to finals at Worlds and won MSI. That's it. But you know, the biased fucking EU casters will say differently, and just because of the storylines and with Caps and fucking Perks together and them like role swapping or like playing these weird like comps, so they're gonna say otherwise because of those narratives. Again, they were amazing. All right, like number 3, number 4, not top 2. I'm sorry. And like no.
For me, the only thing that really made me go like, okay, you guys are going crazy is when people said that Perks was the best ADC. I was like, guys,
I actually agree with that. I think he was
not better than Uzi. He was not better than Teddy. Not even close. I don't think
he
he was better than Teddy or Uzi. Or even he was better than Nuclear, but that's not saying much at all.
Well, how do I say? I mean, I don't think it was like the best.
He was
but
only really good at 2 champions, just
I
Xayah
think
and
it was
Kai'Sa.
I think it was on par. Like with his champion pool might not be that big, but I think looks like on his right champs, I think he was at least on like Uzi's and theirs level that year.
No, I think
I seriously do. I think he was that good.
I think RNG.
It was Caps, in my opinion, who was grossly overrated and making mistakes.
For me, I think for RNG, I think Uzi was just massively far ahead of them, but this team just didn't do anything. Like they had who the fucking had that? Let me.
Well, that's because I think they gave all the resources.
They had Long Xing. And they had Karsa, and they had fucking Xiaohu. Well,
because they gave all the resources to Uzi and Teddy. Like, they gave T1 gave Teddy literally like 90% of their resources. So, of course, that's going to be the case. And because G2's given most of their resources to, like, Caps
I just
and stuff, but
think that Perks got the benefit of the doubt because he was with really good players around him. If Perks had been playing ADC for like any other team, I don't think he would look that good. I never thought he was better than Uzi nor Teddy, even other ADCs at the tournament. Like I don't even think he was even better than Kabe at certain moments during that year.
Okay, well, I think he whatever. I disagree, but whatever. I see your point though, but I do think he was a top ADC that year.
I think he peaked at the right moment, but that wasn't him overall throughout the entire year.
Okay, I agree with that, but I'm just talking about at Worlds.
At Worlds,
and then the next year, then the next year in like 2020, then both
of them 2020 people get,
and then both of them were just playing fucking whatever.
The thing in 2020, it was you could automatically see why he wasn't going to be a good ADC. 2020 exposed him pretty hard as why he was not going to be an ADC that was going to be able to win Worlds. Because Damwon definitely showed that. Damwon was like, okay, if Ghost is beating Curse, that's when you got to go like, okay, let's just GG go next.
Yeah.
But all right, guys, see ya. I gotta head out because I gotta collab.
How was Ghost today. The best fucking player out of all 5 of them at Worlds that year, though, when they won? How was he playing the best?
You know how we were just talking about Perks' team covering up his weaknesses? That's what showed.
But he played Ghost. Actually, right, because Huan Fane, like, for some reason in the finals, just, like, lost his brain. And
he had so much sex that his brain just fell apart.
Literally, his... oh, wait, fuck. But no, literally, you need to, like, rewatch that finals, like, Damwon versus, Sun, and if for anybody who like might not think he was playing that, but no, rewatch it. I don't know what happened to Onfane during the tournament where he went from amaze to like from godlike to then just pure fucking shit, like sneaky level. But he was literally like playing worse than my friends in solo queue on Ezreal. That's how holy fuck seriously, I shared my friends like the tournaments who don't watch League esports but play the game in like a Discord, and they were just watching the finals and they were just like, what the fuck? Okay, I'm gonna become pro now. This gives me inspiration to want when playing. Holy fuck. So I guess that's why Ghost was dominating, because of that and Perks.
Oh my god. And then TSM went and picked up Sword Art.
Hell yes. Yeah, 6 million well spent.
I'll say this. Sword Art actually was good at Worlds, but he wasn't like that good. I was like, okay, dude. That's what I told people. Some players play at a peak level at certain tournaments or international events, and it gives people the wrong idea of who these players really are, though. You know, they got Sword Art based on his Worlds performance, but that's not on average who he's gonna be. You know, I thought he actually did play well on TSM. You know, but it just didn't work because TSM's management is just fucking horrible. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm. Well, anyway, let's.
Did you see that video? Yeah. Did you see that video of fucking I Will Dominate reacting to that TSM video a long time ago of Doublelift and Lean and Reginald sleeping in the same bed?
Oh wait! I need to link me that, please. I did not see. I was watching him like reacting to old videos and like, what was it Wild Turtle's fault actually with like the Reginald shit? But I did not see that one. I need to see that one. Link it.
All right, guys, we're gonna be heading out of here. There will be
another link it to me on Twitter, though. I need to see it.
There will be another episode of the Cloud9 podcast this week, wrapping up the LEC.
Yeah, just tomorrow or Friday, depend. Although Film Elise is doing a 24-hour stream on Friday, which I said I would be there for the whole thing, so maybe tomorrow if possible. Like again, just same time frame. Same time frame.
Tomorrow we have to watch. We're watching the Northman too, aren't we?
Yeah. Well, that's why I'm Basically, because again, today and tomorrow I have to help my friend out with something, and then I'm
Okay,
watching some
so
film.
so we might have to push the Cloud9 podcast episode to Sunday, maybe.
We could just do it early, and again, we could just do it at the same time tomorrow. That's fine,
It just
right?
depends. I'll have to let you know when I get off.
Oh, okay, but yeah, because I have to help my friends with something today and tomorrow, and then
Okay.
then I'm seeing those films after. That's why, like, I'm seeing the Nicolas Cage one today.
Yeah,
and then
we
the
have
Northman
to watch.
tomorrow.
We still have to review X too. Oh my god.
And the Northman tomorrow. The real cinema. Fuck
the
yes.
real cinema. MCU is cinema. That's where you're
Hell
at.
yeah. Fuck you. But yeah, we also have to do Murder on the fucking shitty Express. God, fuck that.
Daisy Ridley is a quality actress.
Oh, I agree. She makes just everybody look like shit.
So yeah, guys, if you don't see us tomorrow for the other Cloud9 podcast episode, there will be one probably either tomorrow or Sunday. Because if I have to watch a movie and we have to review later on, I can't burn myself out on the entire day. So if you don't see an episode tomorrow, you see one Sunday. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later. Goodbye. The Nightwing and Whale of Esports.